Hi friends, here with another math video because some of my friends were so confused when I went to Seesaw to see how everyone was doing. Some of my friends were still trying to make 10 and they weren't looking at the pictures. So we're gonna do another lesson to go over it again. I wanna first apologize for any noises that you must hear because Mrs. King is teaching from home where she has a husband and 3 kids, and my mom lives with us. So there's lots of people here. So if you hear something crazy, ignore it. You know how when we're in class and we hear all the kids in the hallway being loud? Like that. We're just going to ignore it. Okay? So first thing first, I want to talk about what our learning target is. And again, we remember our learning target is something we want to hit. This is our target. And our target for this week is to learn to make numbers within 10 by breaking them apart into different ways. Okay? And so a lot of my friends wanted to use the number 10 because everything we do is in 10. We think about 10. 10 is such a great number, I know. So if we were going to break 10 apart into 2 pieces, we know that there's multiple ways we can do it. So I'm going to pull out my whiteboard. And I'm going to try to write upside down, maybe a little sideways, because remember, my document camera is not working, but we're going to make this work. So we want to use the number 10. Let's use the blue pen. Red pen's not working. All right. I'm going to erase that because there's no way I'm going to be able to write on it sideways. And oh my gosh, look at the mess it made. Can you see that? Oh well. So we're looking for numbers that equal 10. Okay? So what numbers do we know equal 10? And these numbers are called partners because two numbers are partners. 2 people are partners, okay? Partners means 2. Okay, so the one everyone knows that 5 plus 5, right? We know 10 plus 0. We know, remember I always said we can automatically think to flip it because if it makes 10 this way, it's going to make 10 the other way, okay? We know 1 plus 9. We know 2 plus 8. 3 plus 7. 4 plus 6. And then we could flip all of those, okay? So if we flipped them, I'm running out of space, but we can do 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4. They're just flipped. So it's the same numbers, just flipped. So these are called partners. So we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different ways that we can make 10. These are partners. What are they called? Yes, partners. Partners of 10. So we're going to look at some other numbers that have partners, okay? And again, partners are 2 numbers that come together to make 1. Partners are 2 numbers that come together to make 1. See how my fingers were 2? Now it's 1 big finger. 2 numbers come together to make 1. All right, and I have some examples here. Actually, we're going to flip this around, okay? So I'm going to do an equation because yesterday we worked on if we had the picture first, how would we make the number? So let me do that first, okay? So if I had, how many squares do I have? Correct. So I know that my squares are going to equal 3, okay? So how can I make 3? Okay, if I circle it here, I can say 2 plus, how many's on the outside? 1 equal 3. Okay. Yeah. If I circle just this one, then I know I have 1 plus 2 equals 3. If I circle all of them, then I know I have 3. What is this? I put plus plus. No, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Thank you for catching that, silly Mrs. King. Then we have 3 plus, how many? How many are outside the circle? None. So 3 plus 0 equals 3. Okay? And we can't circle it any other way. Okay? So I just showed you 3 different ways that I can make 3. And remember, if we want to know all the partners, we just have to flip them. Okay? So I can, that's the flip here, and then I can flip here. If I circle none of them, I get 3. Okay? So we know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 partners of 3. That means we can use 2 numbers 4 different ways to make the number 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 0 equals 3. And 0 plus 3 equals 3. Okay, let's do one more example before you have to get into your work today. Oh, we'll actually do something on the iReady too. Let's do, oh, people like this one. What if I had, I'm gonna use stars. I know a lot of you like stars. Okay, how many stars do I have? You guessed it. Did you count them? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many stars? 4 stars. Give yourself a pat on the back. We haven't done that again in a long time. Put our hands up, we turn them around, we bend them down, and we pat ourselves on the back. Good job, friends. We have 4 stars. All right. We need to figure out how we can make 4. So Mrs. King doesn't have to keep erasing. If I circle 0 of them, plus how many are not circled? 4 of them. So we know 0 plus 4 equals 4. Okay? And if I circled all of them, here, how many is inside the circle? 4 of them. So 4. How many are not in the circle? None. So 0. 4 plus 0 equals 4. Okay. What if I circled this many? There's 3 in the circle. There's 1 outside. That makes 4. If I take that off, and then there's how many in the circle? Whoop, not 4, silly. Okay, 2. How many outside? 2 equals 4. And then if I change it again and make my circle here, or now it's not a circle, it almost looks like a crescent. Then I have 1 in the circle, or in the crescent, 3 outside of the crescent equals 4, right? And then if I take it away, we're back at that first problem, right? Okay. And then, yep, there, see, they're all flipped. So 0 plus 4, and then I flipped it, 4 plus 0. Okay, 3 plus 1, 1 plus 3 down here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different partners of 4. I showed you 5 different ways to show 4. Okay? So you have to remember to look at the picture. So I have 4 stars here. I had some people in their homework tell me that 8 plus 2 equals 10. Should we be using that? Or I'm sorry, it wasn't this. It was just and. Some people said 8 and 2. Would this be true? Does this show 8 and 2? Nope, it does not. What if I put 5 and 5? I've seen this a lot. Does this picture show 5 and 5? No, it does not. Could this picture show 3 and 1? It can, because 3 and 1 equal 4. And there are 4 stars up here. Okay, so you have to make sure it matches, friend. All right, I'm going to share my screen to get through with the lesson because I feel like Mrs. King can talk all day. I'm sorry. And they tell us we can only teach you for such a little bit of time. So I apologize, but this is very important stuff. We need to get it, right? All right, so I'm gonna make this big. Come on. There we go. So here's an example here where they show that, make sure my pen is working. Okay. They want to know what equals, come on. It's so silly, huh, friends? Okay, so they want to know what equals 8. What equals 8? Okay, they don't want to know what equals 10. They don't want to know what equals 7. They don't even want to know what equals 5. They want to know what equals 8. So now we have to use our brain to think, what numbers? You see here, they have a question mark here and a question mark here. So if we were in class, we would have those red and yellow circles to help us do this. We could show the red side as one number and the yellow side as another number, okay? So here they want us to show 2 different ways to make 8, okay? So because they want us to do red and yellow, I'm gonna use red and yellow. So I know I need to have 8. So I can be completely random. I can just make 1, 2, maybe this will work better if I use my finger. It will, because I don't know what's going on. Let's start all over. Let's start all over. I'm gonna even erase that because I just don't like the way it looks. So okay. So we're totaling 8. We know this is an unknown number. This is an unknown because it's a question mark. We don't know. So that means we get to make up whatever number we want as long as it equals 8. Okay, so that's fun, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to use red anymore. I'm ready for yellow. So I'm going to switch it to yellow. Now remember, I already made 3. So I'm not going to start at 1. I need to count on. So a way that you can count on is giving yourself a little bop on the head. So you can say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you're not sure, you can go back and check to make sure. Let me make sure I only have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now that I know I only have 8, now I just need to figure out the missing partners. So I'm gonna use a different color, or I'll use the same color. So I have 1, 2, 3 reds, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows. Then I know, because I know I only have 8, and I can see that 3 are red and 5 are yellow. 3 plus 5 equal 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I checked my work. It's correct. Now let's do one more. And again, we're using red and yellow, just like those little circles we would have used in class, our little counters. Oh, I miss those counters, don't you? All right, this was so much easier in the classroom. Hopefully when you get to first grade, we'll be in the classroom so you don't have to do it online, okay? Because all the teachers miss you and they want to give you big hugs. I know I miss all of my hugs that I would get in class every day. All right. Let Mrs. King get focused. Every time I get to speak to you guys, I get so excited because I miss you so much. Okay, so again, we're on this side, another practice. We want to make sure that we're making 8. So again, I can be random and I can say, guess what? I don't want to use red at all because guess what? I like yellow better. Okay, so I'm going to use yellow, and if I'm not going to use any reds, how many yellows do I need to make? I heard some of you say it, I need to make all 8 of them yellow if I'm not going to use red. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make sure I only have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only 8. Okay, so I know now, how many red circles do I have? 0, so I need to put a 0 here. Okay, how many yellow circles? Oh, I remember I didn't use any red, so all 8. So now I've shown 2 different ways to make 8. I've showed 3 and 5, and I've showed 0 and 8. Okay? All right, friends. So I think you got it. I think you got it. So your worksheet will look like this, and then I think I'm going to give you another one so that you have 2 to complete, okay? All right. So this is wanting you to show 2 different ways to make 5. All right, so when you see it, you're going to give me 2 different ways. And they're showing red flowers and blue flowers. So when you do it in Seesaw, you can color however many red and however many blue. And you're going to show me 2 different ways. I don't want to see 2 the same. 2 different ways. And the fish, it looks like it wants you to use green and yellow. Now, when I post this, it may have the colors. If it has the colors, follow the colors that it has. If it doesn't have colors, you get to choose. So I think I'm going to try to find the one that has no color so you can pick which colors you want to use, because that always makes it fun when we have a choice. All right, so I am going to stop my share and I'm going to say goodbye for now. And remember, if you have any questions, you can always send me a message. You can send me a message in Teams. You can send me a message on Remind or straight in Seesaw. So I can't wait to see you working. And again, I miss you and I love you. Bye-bye. Until next time.